Welcome back to the channel. So I have owned quite a few Speedmasters in the past, many Speedmasters in the past, and this one here is quite interesting. I picked this up through CW Watch Shop. I actually was able to get it before it hit the site, but what it is a 3570.50 Speedmaster, which is like the 145.022, but it has the 1861 movement. And the difference is the previous owner put a pre-professional dial on it, and it is an Omega part. It is a Swiss-made dial, so it's not tritium or anything. It's pretty much like an Ed White dial. And then they put the bright orange second hand there, which kind of makes it look like it's a Ultraman. And I think that's what the vibe he was trying to get out of this watch, which the Ultraman actually said professional down there below the Speedmaster, but you know, and he could have sourced out that dial because I've seen those too. So, and I think, you know, after looking at this dial, actually having this watch for a little bit of time here, I think that would be cool to find myself a dial just like this, but with professional at the bottom, because it really reminds me of all the older Speedmasters that I had in the past. Like I used to have a 67, let's see, I'm trying to remember all my reference numbers, a 145012 67, and I had a 145022 68 ST, which was transitional, which had the 861 movement, but a 321 dial. So I've had a lot of these watches, and I really love the newer versions, not the newest, but the newer with the 1861 movement. And the reason why is because it's pretty much refined, you know, 861, you know, more jewels and more refinement of the actual finishing of the movement, which you can't see the movement, so you know it's like it doesn't matter, but you know it's there. So, and it still has a 50-hour power reserve. So I may source one of those out, but the thing of it is, I may source one of those dials out, but the thing of it is I kind of like this dial, to be honest. It doesn't, because I have the original dial. It came with the original dial. It came with the original handset and all that stuff. So I have all that and I can change it over, but I kind of like it like this. I don't know. It's just kind of growing on me. But anyway, this is the Hesalite version. And you do have, you know, you saw that case back. But it's in very, very good condition. And like I said, I've owned 3570/50s also in the past. Some people don't like this bracelet. I actually like it. I always like this bracelet. I don't know why. I think the newer bracelets on the 3861 versions are nice, but they taper too much. I think the clasp is too thin for my taste. But I really like this watch. I love the look of it. I love everything about it. It's just super cool. So anyway, this is in the collection. So you will see a review in the future. This is just kind of like a first look, just checking it out. But yeah, there's definitely more to come. I've got to keep the channel going, you know, I've got to keep it lively. So I do have some watches coming in and out here and there. And, I just, this is an old standby for me. Like I said, I had my first ever Omega Speedmaster I ever, you know, was able to get was off of a customer of mine. And I am in the automotive industry, and this is going on probably 15 years ago. He's an older gentleman and he couldn't afford to fix his vehicle. And I actually worked out a trade with him, and he gave me a 1968 Omega Speedmaster professional that had the transitional 321 dial, but had the 861 movement. So if I can find some pictures, maybe I can throw one in here somewhere, or if I can't, it's been so long, and it was shoot, it was before I even had a watch channel, to be honest. But that was the first ever Omega Speedmaster I ever had. And the problem with that is I love that watch, and I actually sent it off to Omega to have it serviced in Los Angeles, and it got lost in the mail. And I just kicked myself in the ass so much for doing that. I would have rather have just driven it there and had it serviced. And if I knew what I knew now, I would have never even done it. But yeah, it really just bothers me. But yeah, it got lost in the mail, and I did put insurance on it. But at the time, they were only worth about maybe $2,000, and that's all I got for it. So I would have much rather had the watch, to be honest. But that dial that was on that watch had professional, but it had the same layout. It had the applied marker there, or the applied Omega logo. So it was really, really cool. It had patina and everything because it was an older watch, obviously. But I didn't know enough about them back then. I knew what it was. I knew it was a Speedy Pro, but I just didn't know all about it. And, you know, later on with all the hype over different watches and different, you know, YouTube videos and reference points, like there's you know, Hodinkee does reference points on, and they did them on the Speedy, so you can learn a lot there. There's also books now. There's so much stuff that wasn't there back then, so I didn't exactly know all the details of what I had. But that is in the past. I just wanted to share that with you. But I've had Speedies in the collection and out for a lot of years now. And this one's super cool because I like this dial. Anyway, thanks for watching. You will just keep an eye out for a review. It'll be coming soon. But thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.